Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of AD&D's Pool of Radiance Remastered. We're doing an Iron Man run. No casters. Let's see what save game file I need. Looks like D maybe. Alright, is this right? 153,000, level 7. Probably right. Yeah, we got the Freedy bottle. So we completed the Cobalt Cave. Okay. Let's see. Thought maybe I had some extra Druid scrolls, but I already probably gave those over. Yep. Okay. So now I got to figure out where to go next. I did get the Zentil Keep fight assigned quest. Hey there, Duncan. And Willow Mist, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Duncan says Comlin is scam. And Willow Mist says, hello, I'm here at DC Bueller's suggestion. Well, welcome in. And always great to see a follower of DC's in here. DC's a fantastic streamer. So, yeah, I hope you're doing well, Willow. And you feel free to tell us about yourself if you'd like. I'm doing an Iron Man run of this remaster game I've worked on, Pool of Radiance. Let's see here. I already did the Pyramid, Cobalt Cave, Lizard Man. Yeah, I guess we'll do Zentil Keep. It's not going to be easy. Giant snakes, Jeffertainment can communicate. Okay, good. Peace. Peace. The emergency room bill's been paid. Well, that's good, Duncan. That would sound like a terrible experience. Should get back to subscribing next month. Well, I appreciate that. Don't stress yourself over that, though. Just whenever, if and whenever you feel like it, do it. But don't feel obligated at all. I appreciate it, though. I'm glad you got everything taken care of. You're just outside of Zentil Keep. A couple of the riders are willing to escort you in. Do you enter? Yes. I'm going to turn on debugging here in case there's some messages I want to slow down. So I'm not sure which ones I've done. That was the only one you were really worried about, but it was much less than you thought it'd be. Well, that's good news. Yeah, it can always be really scary to go to the emergency room. Sometimes it's ridiculous how much it costs. You are inside the commandant's office. He greets you, and you hand him the papers. After skimming through the papers, the commandant says, I welcome you and hope you will join me for dinner tonight. He tells a guard to give you a tour of the outpost. Willow Mist says, I'm an occasional retro player. Up right there's a message I want to pause. Let me put a pause in here. You haven't touched the gold box games in ages? Was really intrigued to hear the word remaster. Yeah, I've released Pool of Radiance, Curse the Azure Bonds, and Gateway of Savage Frontier Remaster. I'm almost done with Secret of the Silver Blades. And I constantly update them all, though, with new enhancements and spells and items and everything you can imagine. SSI did not implement a lot of things according to the real rules in the manual, so I've been swapping out all that too. Where is this message? Let me just post it into Notepad. Give you a good okay. Okay, there's the message. Duncan says, my mother thinks that the more health coverage you have, the more they attempt to charge you. Yeah, that very well could be. I wouldn't put that past them. Gonna be checking them out, Willow? Yeah, I hope you enjoy them if you do decide to play through. Duncan says, I'm not looking forward to the crevasses in the castle. Trouble running the crevasses because you turn around, have to head back, and the castle is full of nasty enemies. Medusa and Storm Giants, top of the list. Yes. Yes, it's been very, very difficult. And some of the monsters are actually harder now because I implemented them properly, like the purple worm. Purple worms are extremely dangerous now, and so are the remorazes. Those two enemies are very, very dangerous. But yeah, the crevasses are always a pain in the butt. Here you see one of our fine watchtowers, which were built by the finest stonemasons in the land. From here you can also see the solidly built outside wall. This wall has survived many attacks, including one from a dragon. That concludes the tour. I will show you to your quarters. Do not leave this area, he says. Okay, well, we don't have any spells to memorize. I don't remember exactly what to do here. Oh, there we go. We're going to relax. Guard's going to escort us to dinner. That's fine. Officers' mess and are seated with the commander. Okay, what do we want to talk about? Nothing, city, magic, politics. Let's do the city. Yeah, I saw that too, Duncan. The picture was was of the commandant while we were getting the tour. Are you going to talk about new or old Flan? New. Is it true that the real power in New Flan is Bishop Brachio? Don't know. You say you don't know anything about the matter. The commandant responds saying, yes, of course you don't. Continue your conversation. City. Old. I know a legend about a fire being called Tyranticus. I believe that Tyranticus and Tyranthraxis are one and the same. Until you talk about Old Flan, and the commandant says, is New Flan having any trouble with Tyranthraxis? We'll say trouble. I expect there would be trouble. I've heard Tyranthraxis is a powerful fire demon. Your city's defenses must be quite strong. How strong are they? I'm going to say weak. Tell the command New Flan's forces are weak. He smiles and says, I hope that Flan can defend itself. You continue your conversation. Magic. One of the commandant's advisors asks if you've heard any unique magic items or places. Mention the Pool of Radiance. Commandant tells you a story. Journal entry 46. Oh, okay, he's done with talking. Looks like we're getting booted out. You know, this mission right here is actually a place where I've implemented a new spell called, I think it's called Phase Door. I can't remember if it's Phase Door or if I'm thinking of the Bard's Tale version. But it allows you to walk through the wall. No, it's pass wall, I think. Yeah, pass wall. You would be able to cast that potentially right through this wall and just walk straight toward the exit and bypass all these fights by by casting that spell. That'll be fun to test at some point. I haven't tested it on this. Okay, go to sleep, sleep with a watch. We're going to sleep with a watch for sure. Duncan says, lie, the party's ashamed. You wait in your room for about 2 hours when suddenly 4 armed guards burst in and attack. Okay. Let's make sure I have all my settings right. Yep, looks like I do. It's still showing the commandant even there. Allow him to flee, yes. Feed the guards more run in. Allow him to flee. Makes this so much easier. Okay, let's save. Under E. Is that it? Okay, is this the big fight? No? It's not the big fight. I thought there was a big fight here. Okay, where's the big fight? Usually you have to fight some pretty nasty fights. Pretty sure I'm thinking of the right place. Maybe it is based on how I answered those questions. Maybe I have to try to exit, like literally push against the wall. Let me try that. Oh, here we go. Guards, allow them to flee. Let me see if I try to leave here. No, I was able to leave. That's really weird. Normally, I think there's a really hard fight here. Yeah, makes note of that. I don't know if I can go back in or not. Yeah, the gates are closed now. Okay, hang on. Let me try something here. I wonder if it's how I answered this. I didn't save right before that, though. Oh, a commotion allows you to get through the front gate. That, okay. Well, what's causing the commotion? This is really weird. Let me do a rest. Maybe it's random. me see how many of these fights I have to do. Because I don't know if I ever answered that way to say Flan's walls are weak. It's interesting. Duncan says nothing. The commotion is the message at the Buccaneer base. These are definitely Zento fighters, though. Oh, that just said something. There's a great something. I think there's some randomness to this. Let me just search around for a bit. Looks like these fights are almost infinite. Large group of men run by a dwarf. Okay, here's one of the bigger fights. Yeah, so it is kind of random with when you get this fight. Interesting. Okay, we want to kill that guy for sure. And what are we dealing with? Aids, corporals. Okay. Well, it's not random. You had the same number of encounters you did before the dwarf shows up. Command that's gonna be next. Yeah, that was weird. Usually it happens before that. I'm gonna save my Sonic Blast on Zomble for the big fight, because that fight's gonna be rough. With no casters. And 7. Let's sing here. Surrender. See if we can get Anne to surrender. We're gonna delay. That guy was out of range. Okay. Snaps out of trance. Shadow Walker, thanks for the follow and welcome in. Still got a few entranced. I think I'm gonna unequip the daggers. Go with martial arts. You gotta run? All right, Miss. Well, thanks for introducing yourself and dropping in. It's good to see. Always good to see someone new. Thank you. I appreciate it. Gauntlets. Oh, yeah. I do have a detect, but I want to save that. I got to figure out who I want to put this on. It won't help the monk at all. They don't get bonus from strength. The barbarian, he's already pretty strong. I think the bard might benefit the most. And military pick, we'll just pick up a few of these like this. I don't know what's going to be magical. Because I don't have detect. Well, I don't want to use my detect this time. This is all probably normal because it's around ring mail. Okay, good enough. Yes, actually, because I don't know. Let's see, can the monk heal himself? Heal. Okay. He got 1 hit point. He only gets 1 hit point. Okay, so it's level. Do I have any healing potions? Because now is probably the time to use them. Here we go. Okay. Severb's already got a lot of hit points. Let's get Jeff healed. $31. That's better. Okay. What else we got? Saw a potion of speed. I'm going to use that. What else? There's another potion of healing. Let's put that on Zomble. Okay. Here we go. This is the big one, right? Yeah, the commandant. He's got a Fashard. And there's Al Hayam Dazid. Kind of like the setup where they're like lined like this. All right, let's hit the caster if possible. Zomble evades it. I might summon Fire Elemental here. Let's see if I'm going to need it. What are we fighting? Corporals? No, we can kill these. I want to block. Okay. He's got plenty of movement. I think I come around like this. Go here. No, I can't. If I tried to get to there, you'd probably see me. I should be able to come over here. There we go. Corporal unaffected. Man, nobody was affected. Wow. Okay, we got the caster down. I'd like to get a backstab on him. Here we go. Backstab time. 33 and 39 damage. Commandant goes down. Double backstab. Assassin for the win. Okay. Now we're going to use our detect. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of goodies. Wand that no one's going to be able to use. That's a shame. Ring. That's probably going to go on the monk. Limited with magic items. Okay. Class 0. Class 6. Okay, so that's not a ring of protection. Let's see what it is. It's got to be given some effect. Resist fire. So that's a ring of protection from fire. Magic shield, javelin, chainmail, fashard. 5 darts. The rest is normal. Okay. Let's go back to town and figure out what all this stuff is. Party gains experience. After killing the commandant, the rest of the outpost either surrenders or runs away. Success. Oh yeah. Doggone it. I was wanting to get the verbiage so I could say if the Zeno Keep quest was completed. Spread out. Totally overloaded. just let the other one get away. Invisible. Ooh, this is a ring of invisibility, I guess. Hold on. Wow. When did I get that? That's incredibly good. Peace. Eastern Edge. We're going to take the boat. Hey, Zomba, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, let's see what we found, guys. It's just gonna probably be oil. It's all normal. Plus one military pick. I don't use that. Okay. Ring of fire resistance. Armor class 3, wand of lightning. Can't use the wand of lightning. Bracer's armor class 3. That's better than chainmail plus 1. So the Fashard's a Fashard plus 2. Ooh, chainmail plus 3. Okay. Javelin of lightning. Darts plus 3. Okay, this may end up going on the monk. Ring of fire resistance. Oh, that invisibility I think is a bugged ring of fire resistance. Yeah. There, now it says resist fire. I've seen that before. I don't know why it did that. Okay. Well, we got 2 people resistant to fire. Class 4, we can give him the better bracers. And who did I put the ring on? Oh yeah, it wasn't protection, never mind. I don't think the bard needs that. Let's give it to Jimmy. Can use a Fashard. No proficiency with it. I gotta remember. Severb is due a level up. Nice. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure Flan is not going to recognize the quest is clear. So I'm gonna offline reload and put in some code, but let's double check it just to make sure. Yeah, it doesn't recognize it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note. Use save game E. And then I can do a special check to make sure after the commandant's defeated. Does he even have to be defeated? Or do we just have to go to the base and leave after getting information? I don't know. So we could probably do the books tomes quest. There is a chance we could get level drained. I'm gonna hire a couple people for fodder. Swordsman. Yep, go for it. No one will go with us. No one. Everybody knows they're going to be used as fodder against the Spectre. Like, I'm not going with that party. There we go. Another swordsman. All right. You get to go up front. Okay, we also haven't done the mace quest with the temple. Work temple. Which normally you do that a lot earlier. Jimmy keeps picking the pockets of the hirelings. That's why, Duncan says. All right. I'm going to speed up messages here. Okay, we got math room that doesn't have any books, so I think that's it. Down here, there's a couple things we can find, I think. Gold foil, sheets of gold. There's some potions, I know. Barbarian detected one of them. Okay. Will you spare them? That's probably considered a good act. I should probably make that a good act. And if you kill them, it's evil. I already know I did the evil one. Okay. Let's put the messages back. And I'm actually going to move. I'm going to reposition here. I do not want the barbarian getting hit. Let me look at my levels. Level 10, 7, 9, 8. If anyone's going to get hit, I want it to be the acrobat. Okay, monk. He went after the swordsman, and he missed. You have a magic weapon. You have a short sword +2. Or we could use a wand. Let's use the wand. Look about Slime the Barbarian. I guess we'll go in now that he already did his attack. Got him. Okay. No level drain. Drop. Success. The hireling ditch is filling up fast. It is, Duncan. They got their experience. They got a reward. But you never know. We could have got hit by a specter, which would have been bad. Alright, so let's get that reward. This really isn't worth much experience. Ah, she has no quest for us. Well, I'm not going to take Durden with me to the temple. He'll just hog up experience. I do need to rememorize the bard spells. In fact, he should have another spell now. So he did level up. Let's see. Now I can get 2 detect magics. And we get 3rd level. Well, we won't be facing any poison. Call lightning won't work indoors. Pyrotechnics, we could get some fog out there or some smoke. And if we do cloud burst, we can get some steam. What else we got? A couple cure lights. Okay, looks good. Great hall. Overpowered compared to them now. Piece of paper. All right. Parlay, abusive. You moles better watch your step. You shall feel the wrath of Bane. Okay. We are in. Scrolls. Short sword, spear, scimitar. Ooh, maybe that's a magic one. I've been waiting for one. Let's check it out. Can you ID it? Yeah. Scimitar +1. All right. Go ahead and try to ID these two. Failed. Failed. What about the dagger? Failed. Ooh, a hand axe. Echo 8. That's +1 hand axe. Nice. Yeah, it's showing that they go of the offhand. Okay. Carrying too much weight. Trade. There we go. Jimmy's overloaded. I thought, oh, he didn't have 1800. Who was that? Sever. Nine movement. Trying to get 12. Oh well. Okay, good enough. Duncan says it's odd that to clear this portion of the block only requires entering that first building in the initial combat with the orcs. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Dust one, potion, potion, potion. Oh, this must be a wand of magic missiles. Because everyone seems to be able to use it. Here we go, big old fight. Hmm. Do you want to do a sonic blast? Mace was unaffected. We need to go hit him. I don't want him casting hold person. Hey, Hamedic, welcome in. How are you doing? Centered the chair again. Duncan says at least the dust still helps, but isn't as overpowered as it was in the original. Yes. Yeah, it was so broken in the original. This fight does bring up memories for you, Han. Yeah, this is a big fight, but we're really strong to be fighting at this point. So this should be a cakewalk. Even without casters, it's a cakewalk. Why is Jimmy green? He got slime. He's a half orc. Half orc fighter assassin. Ah, Jimmy's cloak of displacement protecting him. Going to head to Curse after this or Gateway, Duncan says. I think I'm going to do Gateway. Because it's normally supposed to be done next, you know? Like you start much lower level in Gateway. And I'm probably going to go for the final fight in Gateway because that's a really hard fight. And we'll see how transferred characters do. So we are Iron Manning this. It'll be interesting to see if by the time we get to Curse with a non-caster party, if we'll be able to deal with the Drow and all the Beholder and all the stuff that happens in Curse. Okay, let's see if I have another detect. Mace is magical. That's it. Hey, Sever, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, he can backstab and he can assassinate. The assassin character has a ability to assassinate. You get a choice. Duncan says, I will get a balanced party together eventually and turn all the experience negation on so I can see where I end up with going through levels. Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot less when you have to do the item experience stuff and carry everything back to town. It's way more difficult. Actually, is there something at the altar? Let me check. I just feel like there is. Yeah, here we go. Destroy it. I don't know if that really does anything. I should probably give experience for that. Unless you're evil, you shouldn't get experience. Okay, take the boat. Suburb is ready again. The Glaive Gassarm. That's right, Suburb. That was a Gassarm Volg that your character had? Which one? You mean for the proficiency? Proficiency, we have just regular Volge. And we have a partisan and a halberd as far as pole arms on the monk. Sounds like a challenge, Ham says. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Duncan says, when I went through Gateway, there were only a few battles I had to fight. The other battles I only fought because I knew which had magic items. Yeah. It gets rid of all the tedious fights if you allow them to flee. All right, let's see what we found here. Since I have item damage turned on, I keep a lot of these junky weapons. Put them in the vault. Just in case they get destroyed. Yeah, see, I have a Fashard +2 I want to give to the monk, but he's not ready. I need to level up, and once I get another proficiency, I can give him Fashard. Okay. Let's go to the vault. Let's see here. Let's deposit that. Cleric scrolls. I do want to keep +2 weapons around. Hey, Millennial, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Severed says, or maybe it was an enemy that had Glaive Gassarm or Gassarm Volg. Yeah. Yeah, they can be given all kinds of random polearms. Severed says there seems to be plenty of polearms available in Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm worried about giving up my shield bonus to armor class. It's hard enough to get better armor class as is with medium and heavy armor, reducing dexterity armor class bonus. Is that Baldur's Gate 3? What version, what edition of AD&D is that built on? And Millennial, how's your Dungeon Lord run going? Let's see here. The Dust of Disappearance. I'm very tempted to put that in the vault in case it gets destroyed. But I do have a wooden chest here. Let's deposit one of these. Oh, it's 5th edition. Okay. Plus 3 darts. All right, let's see. Looks fine. It's going great. You just killed a ghost in a tower in a lake. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. See, and you did a caster type character, right, Millennial? Because I had an elven fighter. Ooh, we get a 4th level druid spell now. Oh, now we're talking. Hallucinatory Forest is pretty cool. I'm trying to think if that'd be beneficial in any fights coming up. It'd actually be very, very beneficial against undead. If you're fighting a whole bunch of undead in the graveyard. I don't know if I want to do the graveyard though. I don't think I do. Dispel magic's always super important too. And protection from lightning would be great against Tyranthraxis in the end. Animal summoning 1's great too. Ah, too many good choices here. Animal summoning. Your celestial and runic and elf adept is better. It's the more precise term. Duncan says, but thou must. No, we must not. There's nothing that says you have to. I'd love to get the sling of seeking, but that requires me to get through wraith and whites. That fight is so hard. The whites. I don't have a paladin, so I have no protection from evil. Oh man, the assassin. Jimmy's close to getting level 8 assassin. Jeff's not too far from level 8 monk. Yeah, they're all getting pretty close. Not the barbarian. He's so far away. Oh. Yeah, if I remember right, there's a bunch of whites right outside the Wraith Tower. That's just level drains waiting to happen. You don't complete the graveyard. The party's ashamed. We're evil. These are the evil guys. That gives us a good excuse to not do it. Oh, thanks for the 100 bits, Sever. I appreciate it. It says Gasarm Vold facts. I can't find any verifiable Gasarm Vold facts. I think it's something Gygax just made up. That's funny. Yeah, he is the first to admit if you read the Dungeon Master Guide, right in there, he says that a lot of information on polearms is, what's the words? It's inconsistent. He said, so all of this is subject to change, but out of all the research he did, this is the best kind of stab at it, basically. So he would definitely admit that there's, just kind of creating things on what you could imagine out of it, which I appreciate. I'm trying to think of what I have left. So on the overlands, I don't want to go talk to the white or the silver dragon. I don't think there's any other quests there. Yeah, I think Stagino Gate's the last place. Unless I do the graveyard. The Sling of Seeking would be amazing for later games. But man, that'd be rough. Hey Jimmy, welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for giving Severed the shout out. He's been playing Baldur's Gate 3, streaming it. I wish I knew how many whites were in that fight. I feel like it's like at least 10. And the only benefit I would have armor class wise is I could get 3 bark skin, which would only decrease armor class by 1. What else? Other types of ranger spells do I have? Or druid spells? None of those would help. 3 bark skins there. Whoa, what the heck is going on? Duncan just gifted 5 gift subs to the community. Holy moly, thank you so much. Let me scroll up here. Duncan says Jimmy would leave the party and take vampire place as leader of the undead anyway. And as far as whites, he says there's too many. Yeah, it seems like there's a ridiculous amount. Jimmy says that all comes down to how well stocked the vampire snack party is. So let's see. Duncan had gifted to Rum Avenger, Dungeon Funk, Heisenberg 4602, Zeke Keeper, and Lord Valkar. Thank you so much, Duncan. What? And Homatic just gifted 5 subs. Treasure Train, thank you so much. You guys are too generous. Glenola, Amiga Viking 3000, Willow Mist 23, Shallow My Life, and Casual Slav all got a gift sub. Wow. Thank you so much, Duncan and Homatic. I really appreciate it. And Severb for the 100 bits. You guys are the best. So generous. Okay, so because of that, you guys have to tell me if you want me to do some of the graveyard. Just put your votes out there. Remember, I'm Iron Man running this, and I have no casters. So I can't restore my levels if they get drained. Just an FYI. Heisenberg says, thanks, dude, man. I think he meant thanks. Millennial has little pictures, little emoticons of his party. Duncan votes no on the graveyard. Thanks for giving Millennial the shout out too. You did? Good. I was wondering, Heisenberg. Tom says that sounds nasty with no restoration. Yeah, it'd be brutal. There's some amazing stuff there, but it's so scary to me. The Spectre fights I think I could do because those you surprise the Spectre. So we'd get one full round of hitting them. So I could do that. But anything beyond that, I don't know. Jimmy says I'm with Duncan. No vacate. Valentine vacation. Okay. We're not going to do the graveyard then. We'll just take a loss. End game coming up soon. All right, guys, I gotta let my dog out real quick. I will be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. Let's see here. Let's do the. Whoa, what happened here? Even the dog votes no on the graveyard, Jimmy says. You earned a hype chest. Open to see your reward. Let's share this. What does this mean? Is that given to everyone? Everybody get a special icon? Cool. Duncan did a Choo-Choo reward with Gygax. Touch of salt. The applause break. And Ham's is no comment. Ham also has PJ salt, whatever that is. I'm such a noob with Twitch. Man driving a wagon full of food and equipment starts to drive past you going north. Parlay? Why, sure, I'll sell you my wagon. Beware of the guards. Ever since the giants moved into the castle area, bugbears have been stuck guarding the gate, and they hate it. They're afraid of the Eden. Okay. Stajanal Gate. Duncan says Gygax and Arson are immortalized as dungeon narrators in Dungeons and Dragons Online. And Ham says Twitch adding a lot lately just to grab our money. Is that what they're doing? Bugbear walks up to you. Okay, let's have the gold. Do you pay him? Yes. Who cares about 15 gold when they'll just get us right inside the gate? Three Eden in the room. They seem unaware. Combat. Alarm starts ringing. Ooh, that guy's casting already. Let's put an end to that. Jimmy says, is this bugbear trying to shake us down? And the house says, yep. He's destroyed something on him. This club. If it was 15 copper, I'd be outraged, Duncan says. Success. Magic user. Ooh, he's got a ring too. Ring is magical. Yeah, we destroyed the Eden's club. You get a ring. So that was a ring of protection +1 because we're getting some saves there. Tom says, but I do like they added the clips views in now so you can directly see how many people saw the clip you made. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that. Duncan's regenerating. This time it's 5th level instead of 7th level. Nice backstab. Really, you probably shouldn't be able to hit Eden from behind. I need to research that. I have two heads, so you'd think you couldn't. I guess the two heads could be facing the same direction. You hamstring the Eden. Yeah. Tell you what, not having casters, there's some big disadvantages, but there's also some advantages. We've got some pretty good hit points, and we're not really missing hardly ever. We don't have to worry about memorizing spells all the time. So it's not bad. If we can last long enough to get our monk really high level, that's when things will get crazy. High level monks are just insanely good. Okay. I don't really want to fight this guy. I want to fight the fire knife or the fire giants. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave this guy alone. Yeah, here's the evil temple of Bane or whatever this thing is. You should fight those fire giants or chumps, Jimmy told me so. So now this is the deal. If you're evil, this should be a good thing to do. I need to put this in. I know that if I accept a blessing here, though, right now, what it does is causes it where you cannot rest in the uh, garden or the hedge maze indefinitely. You'll always be attacked, so I don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to do the kill them. Backstabbed. There's a necklace. It's probably a necklace of missiles. I think this might have something too if we do this. I think, gosh, where was it? Yeah, somebody just always fights us and calls us infidels or something. The cross swords, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, because they're for Bane, and if you take it, then they know. I think they're evil swords, and we do have evil alignment, so we could probably use them. I'm not sure it's worth it. I don't remember if they're just +1 longswords or if they're better than that. Hey, well, let's be different. We're going to take them. Okay, can you equip any of these? They go 9. They go 7. That's a +3. Wow, they're 2 +3 longswords for evil. Nice. Can the barbarian use this? Yes, he can. Oh, you have to be lawful evil. Is that what Jimmy was? Yeah, let's see if I have anybody else that's lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil. Yeah, okay, I can't use this other one here. But we could have a spare for Jimmy. We'll do that. Yeah, lawful. Lawful evil. Jimmy has a spare now. Because I do have item damage turned on. So he may get his destroyed at some point. We're going back to town so we can get leveled up. Oh yeah, we might as well just break through all this stuff now. We've taken the gate. Heisenberg says lawful evil makes no sense in my head. Yeah, people often confuse evil with like chaotic versus lawful, but it's not the same thing. The way to think of it is, at least this is how I think of it. Lawful means groupthink. Chaotic means individual think. So then you apply those to evil or good. So if you're chaotic good, think of it as you do good acts, but by yourself, and you'll do it based on what you think is good by yourself. If you're lawful good, you do good things thinking that society or the whole group thinks is good. And same with evil. So, like lawful evil monsters are kind of like a horde where they all do the same type of thing and they will follow what the leader says and they all believe in the same and commit the same acts and they won't break away and do their own evil acts for selfish reasons. But a chaotic evil would. Chaotic evil would. They only care about their individual self via evil acts. Yeah, it is a little bit not intuitive. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, mace +3. I don't know if I have anybody good with a mace. Let me see if the barbarian is. He is. He's got a new weapon. Echo of 9. Heisenberg says, I get the terms of the game, it just sounds weird. Gotcha. The other evil one. Okay. Well, we need to either sell something or get rid of some of our... Oh gosh, we got so many gems. Let's do the gems. Buy some level ups. And then we'll probably be done for tonight. Thieves. Rogues. Okay, Jimmy, his assassin level 8. Next level up, he'll get Blade Venom. Jeff, here we go. Yes, we get a proficiency. It's Fashard time. Now I can use that plus. And he got 5 hit points. That's pretty good. The most he could get is 6. Can use that Fashard plus 2. Oh, he only got 2 hit points. What? Did I read that wrong? Because he shouldn't even be able to get 2. 3 should be the minimum. Oh no, that's not true. Yeah, he's reached his hit dice max. That's why. So he's only going to get 2 every level because he's level 11 now. I was thinking his Constitution bonus didn't apply, but it wouldn't because he maxed out on hit dice. Okay. It's all normal. I think they can use... No, they can't. Only rogues can use these. I need to research that. I thought that they could still use magic user scrolls, the acrobats, but I need to double check that. I'm gonna make a note. Because that'd be cool if they could. I think they can. I probably just didn't implement it. And shard we can give to Jeff. Need to get rid of something here. Let's get rid of the daggers. They go 14. That's pretty good for a monk. And he does plus 4 damage with any weapon. So with that Fashard, he's doing 7 to 12 damage. So 9, is that 9.5 on average? Let's see. 8.5. 8.5 on average with a hit. That's pretty good. The good hit points stop game when you arrive at level 10. Yeah, it depends on the class. Hit point scam, Jimmy says. You would think acrobats would get specialization or special proficiency with a quarterstaff. Yeah, I think they can use it as a weapon. And I think you can get it as a proficiency. I don't know if I did, though. Let me look. I don't know if I automatically assign that. It's not assigned. Yeah, I need to look at that. Because, yeah, you would think they would automatically get one. But I don't remember reading that anywhere. But I definitely could have missed it. Yeah, like monks never hit a hit dice limit. They get limited to level 17. You can never go higher than level 17 with a monk. But that means they can get up to 17 hit dice. Actually 18 because you start with 2. Um, Rangers start with 2 hit dice instead of 1. And theirs goes a little bit higher. Druids, I feel like their hit dice are a little higher than some of the other classes. Yeah, I don't remember what the specifics are for each one, but they're mostly around level 9 or 10, but some are a little bit higher than that. And then the monks are way higher than that. But they only get 4 hit points per hit die. But they get that constitution bonus each time, all the way up to level 17. So constitution is a huge deal for monks, especially since they only get 1d4 per hit die. Not just proficiency, but specialization. Yeah, they don't get a specialization. Only fighters and rangers get specialization. And then cavaliers and paladins get what's called weapon of choice. Barbarians, they don't get. Barbarians, their advantage is if you don't have a weapon proficiency with a weapon, they only lose 1 Thaco. That's the best penalty, is just -1. And then assassins at level 9 will start getting blade venom, which will be nice. And then once you get to 12, you have deadly blade venom, where you can instantly kill something with that. So that's going to be amazing. You only get 2 in combat. You only get 2 hits of that. The blade venom only lasts 2 hits, but right after combat you can rest, and within an hour you can reapply the blade venom. And so for the next fight, you'll get 2 more potential instant kills. Acrobat quarterstaff scam. Yeah, well, that's part of how they get their evasion is from the quarterstaff and the tumbling. They have tumbling ability. And pole vault, that's what they use the quarterstaff mainly for, is pole vaulting. But anyway, thanks again for the donations, Duncan and Ham and Severb. I really appreciate it. Duncan says, who will get possessed by Tyranthraxis when you kill him? Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't want to know. That's going to be rough. You can resist it. It's possible to resist. And that's what I'm hoping for. But most likely we won't. Yeah, my pleasure, guys. Keep the chair in the middle, Ham says. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.